The FIVB Beach Volleyball SWATCH World Tour is in China, the nation's capital city, for more thrilling action. The women's event is in full swing as the planet's best go in search of Grand Slam gold. All the action coming up right here in Beijing. Hello and welcome to China. Clayton Lucas here with you for the second semi-final from the Olympic Stadium in Cheyong Park as Brazil play Germany for a place in the final. Number 3 seeds Juliana and Larissa against Catherine Holtwick and Larissa-Juliana seeded 21. Well, it's been a fantastic week for the German pairing to have made it through to this semi-final. A team that are currently undefeated in this tournament, and a team that flourishes in Beijing. They had a second here last year. For the weather conditions, it's overcast, it's cool,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the FIVB Beach Volleyball SWATCH World Tour.
and there's every chance there may be a little bit of rain.
Between Brazil and Germany. 女士们、先生们，欢迎来到 FIVB 世界沙滩排球 SWATCH 巡回赛北京大满贯的现场。
of the German pairing. Catherine Holtwick, who is from Bocholt in Berlin, will be up against Juliana and Larissa. Her playing partner, the taller Larissa-Juliana at 6 foot, Holtwick at 5'9". The first referee for this match from China is Wang Leijun. What he says goes today, and he'll be ably assisted from the sand by China's Hu Zhuan. Please welcome number 1, Catherine Holtwick. And so the players, having concluded their warm-up, now have their introduction out onto the court. Catherine Holtwick, first out. 10 seasons on tour for her, $183,000 in prize money. Her playing partner, Larissa-Juliana, with the same number of seasons on tour, $185,000 to her name, but it doesn't compare to the number 1 team from Brazil of Juliana and Larissa. Juliana Felisberto da Silva, 28 years of age, from Santos Fortaleza, and $1,251,000, 42 career wins in 11 seasons on tour. Her playing partner with 43 career wins and also $1.2 million in prize money. They've won everything, but they haven't won an Olympic gold medal. They didn't get to play together here in 2008 because Juliana was injured. They're the current world champions, and they are looking to add an Olympic medal to their very impressive haul for their career. First set, first semi-final underway. Brazil serving in yellow, Germany receiving in red. And the first points of this first set go the way of Brazil. Unforced error from Germany. Well, this is the thing that Germany are going to have to control pretty quickly, and that's their nerves. They may well have made the final in 2008, but they weren't playing Juliana and Larissa. Juliana and Larissa, in fact, disappointing 17th. Last time out. That's better, though, from Larissa-Juliana. That one just going through the arms of Juliana. Didn't take that one high enough, and Larissa acknowledges her error. Didn't reach up onto the ball. Good chase. I think that one was outside the antenna. Indeed it was, and Juliana needs to be careful. She caught the ball, but it was a really difficult view for the first official as it came over him. Had to rely on the lines judges, and if they hadn't signalled anything, that ball would have gone to Germany. Good chase from Larissa, well read by her. And a nice point right onto the sideline. It's a chance to get a point from block defence taken by Brazil. This is the fourth event of the year. Brazil yet to capture gold, only making one final from the first three events. However, they look to have found their rhythm here in Beijing. Nicely done. Difficult to stop the lefties at the best of times, and that angle opening up very nicely for Holtwick. Great chance for Brazil to take gold in Beijing. The top seeds have made Traynor and Walsh from the USA, Talita and Antonelli of Brazil, and Zhang Zi and Zhu Chen of China are all out of this event. Brazil top seeded, that's going to go against Larissa for a double touch. She just off balance as she went to play the ball. The idea was right, have to play it between your shoulders, but she wasn't in full control, and it was a double touch. Very specific setting rules on the beach. Good defence from Germany. And a nice point for them. And they have settled themselves down pretty quickly. Certainly haven't let this first set get away from them. Good angle from Juliana. Managing to stay out of the net as well in the process. Good block. Well, that's pressure at the net from Juliana, and that second set was tight to the net, and she really tried to get her hands on it. Holtwick trying to get past the block, did so, but missed on the sideline. Brazil lead by one. Larissa with the serve. Well, that's going to be a double touch against Germany. Semmler can have no complaints about that, and she's looking through the net and saying, well, come on, they're doing it. You can only control what you can control. You can't influence the refs. She did try, it failed. Brazil lead by two. Straight to Larissa. Chance here for Brazil to make it a 3-point gap, and they do that. And straight away, Germany call a timeout. That was the last point, and immediately, as soon as the ball hit the sand, they called the timeout. That was a great read from Larissa. She could see that that ball was going to the line, and it's always better to make a good read than a good guess. Just some of the highlights so far from the set. Net touch by Juliana. So it doesn't matter where the ball went. Fault against Brazil. Well, Brazil at the moment just mixing it up between the two German players. There's not an out-and-out tactic evolving at the moment for Brazil. It's almost like a training session for them, just going after each player and seeing what they deliver. I did see Larissa sat off court earlier with the coaches, going through the game plan and looking at the laptop, so discussing what Germany have been doing and how they play. And given the chance, Germany can play. Well, two interesting plays from Brazil. One set that was spinning as much as Volleyball-Semmler's was, and then one pokey that is verging on being a tip, which you're not allowed to do on the beach. Oh, that one was very, very close. It had to be watched all the way. But it's Germany's point. Fortunate rebound for Larissa. But unfortunately for Germany, Semmler gets the pokey but takes it away from her playing partner. A nice break. Does the right thing with the roll, played it to where her partner thought she was going to be stood. Massive block from Juliana. She is so good at that. If you go up in the same rhythm and hit the ball with the same timing, Juliana will be all over you. There was no change in rhythm, and it was an easy block for the Brazilian. And Juliana can't believe it. She's not complaining to the ref. She's just a little bit upset with herself that she didn't block that one as well. Technical timeout reached, and Brazil keeping their noses in front. Well, that's what the lefties can bring to the party when they go up looking cross court from that right hand side of court, but they can shape the ball and their body so they can let the ball drift and still hit the line hard. She gets out well, opens up the cross court angle, but the line is equally open, and that's so hard to stop that shot. That was the earlier pokey from Juliana. A little bit of a look through that. Say what have I done wrong? Nothing. The referee doesn't blow the whistle. You've done nothing wrong. Semmler with the serve for Germany. And a cheap point for Larissa, who's getting involved in a little bit through the net. As if to say, oh no, you don't, young lady. There's a few mind games going on with Brazil, just trying to assert their authority over Germany. And Juliana does it the best way possible with a massive block. And she's put both players down now. And again, it's that one she makes. Same rhythm, same spike, same block. This time a slight delay, and in fact Juliana jumping into the cross court and leaving the line. Larissa got in the way of it but couldn't control it. Starts line, jumps into the cross court and couldn't stop that one. Nice block for Germany. Semmler getting the better of Larissa. But Larissa has been flirting with the net consistently as she's had her attacks throughout this game, which is why Germany have been going after her. And that one was part net, part block. This time Semmler didn't get her hands far enough across the net, but also didn't close the gap between her and the top of the net, and the ball going under her hands and down her side. But the upshot of this flurry of exchanges is that Brazil have a 4-point lead here, and the first set beginning to run away from Germany. A quick look to the ref. They didn't like the setting from Semmler to Holtwick. She's got all the shots. Has Juliana square onto the net. She could have rolled the line. She could have gone to the opposite corner. As it was, she cut it very close to the net. And that one is undefendable. That was a nice change up from Semmler. She held Larissa in the cross-court position and then rolled the ball to the line. Larissa likes nothing more than the block to break from the net and give her a free swing. They may not be the tallest pair, but one thing they are is probably the strongest. Their core stability is phenomenal. They can hold themselves in the air for such a long time, but not just the fact they can stay out of the sand, the fact that they can stay high and hit the ball high and hard is what makes them so good. And that's another dodgy set which Larissa and Juliana straight away complain to the ref. Larissa with a big come on. She's not happy with the setting, but you have to play to the whistle, not to what you feel is going on. And that's the best thing to do. Just let the volleyball do the talking. They know that they are Premier League in compared to Championship across the other side of the net, just by looking at what they've achieved on paper. But they mustn't get dragged into a battle with the referees. They mustn't lose their tempers or concentration with what's happening on the other side of the net. If they play their game, then nobody can touch them. Holtwick for Germany. A wild swing from Juliana, who apologises to Larissa. A miss-hit from her. Has to come over. Good pick-up from Larissa. Lovely shot. World-class beach volleyball from Brazil. As they make their move at the business end of this first set. They're 2 away from taking it. They lead by 3. Has a quick look, can see that Holtwick was mid-court and rolls the line. Nice little shooter from Holtwick. Larissa deciding not to chase the line. So a gift of a point from Germany, and it's now set point for Brazil in what's their strongest rotation. Larissa will serve, Juliana will stay at the net. Germany have to side this out. Trouble here for Germany. Juliana for the set, gets a hand on it but can't get it on the sand. Still the ball won't hit the sand, it does now though, and Germany do get their side out. They scrambled hard for that one. Little bit of luck for Germany, they'll take it. It keeps them in the set. And a timeout called by Brazil. Juliana covered head to foot in sand, but has to spend 30 seconds listening to Larissa. Well, very exciting last point. It looked as if that was going to be it. Germany all over the place. Great touch from Juliana, but a little bit too close to the net. She couldn't make anything happen with the ball, but in the end it's Germany who come up with the point. Well, back to the wall time here for Germany. They are serving. However, Brazil have two side out opportunities to take the set, and the easiest way to get points is from side out.
Our cheerleaders. Cheerleaders.
Well, some great highlights from the first set, but it was Germany's lack of consistency that cost them. This was how the set was won. Great angles. That's what they do so well, Larissa and Juliana. Their strength when they are square onto the net is phenomenal. Second set of the second semi-final underway. Germany with the serve, Brazil receiving, looking for their side out, which they get comfortably enough, courtesy of Larissa. Oh, a little bit of luck. You always have to wonder, don't you, when your partner screams at you, "No one, no one, no one," whether or not it's a help or a hindrance, because there was nobody there. But that massive shout at Holtwick just seemed to make a snatch at the ball. Fortunately for her, caught the net and went over. That's too tight to the net. Semmler gets on it. Interesting block from Semmler. Still though, Brazil have a chance. Quick look. Good defence. Semmler breaking from the net very quickly. This is an excellent rally. And well put away by Larissa. Cool and calm. Solid side out from Germany. It's the advantage that Semmler has. This time, little cross pattern running and getting that one down the line. At 6 foot on the net, that's 222. She's able to certainly get up there. Unfortunately, Larissa under that one. Can't get her arm through the ball to generate the power to get it over the net. Germany have the lead. But gifted a point back to Brazil for them to draw level. Well, serving is as much about mental application as physical application. Larissa screams out in frustration as the ball is played away from where she was. Holtwick ran to the line, Juliana waited and then put the ball cross court. Good defense from Larissa. Oh, brilliant play from Juliana, who has a little bit of afters through the net with Holtwick. Holtwick saying there was a collision which stopped her from going after the ball. Make your own minds up, but that's great play from Juliana. Just wonder whether she must have clipped the ball in the block for her to have played it like that. Well, a line block signalled by Juliana, but I'm pretty sure Germany would have seen that. She was only hiding her hand behind her leg, and indeed she did. Well, I've seen that happen more times in the last 2 events which I commentated on Brazil than I've seen her do in the last 8 years. For some reason, Larissa's got it into her head that she wants to do this reverse set. On 2 occasions she's tried it today, hasn't even worked. Ace serve for Germany. And you just think that that last play was still very much on the minds of Brazil. That's better from Larissa. You have to wonder why on earth would she want to set the ball over on 2? Just give it to Juliana and let her put the ball away. That's more like what Brazil are capable of. Brilliant from Juliana. Germany haven't learned their lesson. If they were to think about how many times they've been blocked, but more importantly, the way in which they've been blocked, they will know every time they hit in an indoor rhythm, they're going to get put down. And they're very much 2 different rhythms. Indoor is you come in, you go up, you attack at the same speed at which you go to the ball. On the beach, you come in, you jump, you wait, you attack. And that forces the block to have to do a similar thing, which makes it very difficult to get a good press at the net, especially in the women's game. She can't stay up there long enough. Unforced error. Brazil very much in the second set, but Germany just about holding their own. They can ill afford any more unforced errors. Well, it was there for Larissa. She watched it go past her. It couldn't have been no more than an inch from her arm that she didn't outstretch.
5-8.
Nice white. And that was all Juliana was looking for. The arm was up early, which meant there was going to be a roll or a pokey coming. She just rolled it off the block and out. Brazil level scores and then try and make it tricky for Germany with the short serve. Larissa just a little bit too close to the net. Couldn't react quickly enough. Well, the sun now making an appearance here on centre court. Holtwick not moving her feet, falling from where she was stood. And whilst it looked like a good attempt, it could have been a ball that was kept in play had she actually moved her feet. Larissa stayed square to the net. She never came around to front Holtwick. And as we head to the technical timeout, it's Germany who have the slenderest of leads as Larissa has a go at Juliana. Let's have a look at this play. Larissa's there, but she's not actually fronting. She's moved away from where Holtwick was. We talk about fronting, and that's where you get your shoulders opposite to the attacker's shoulders. So defender attacker or blocker attacker for that matter. And that way you're actually lined up with them. So if they hit the ball hard, it's coming straight at you. But Larissa had moved out of the way, and now Juliana is giving Larissa a very good listening to at the moment. You always wonder just how volatile their relationship is, but Juliana just seems to soak it all up, then apologises, even when it's not her fault. That calms Larissa down, and they get on and play again. It works. 42 career wins, $1.2 million, world champions. Now back out onto court. Juliana with the line roll, but that's a nice dig from Holtwick. And very cleverly played from 2 meters off the net. Juliana had broke early, but hadn't set herself to then chase back to the net for the little cut shot, little chip just over the top of the net. And Juliana couldn't get there in time. And a frustrating couple of points for Brazil, but 2 fantastic points for Germany off the back of the timeout. They now lead by 3. It really is a very difficult skill to play the ball when you are moving.
2 points behind. 11-13.
Chance here. Larissa has a look, rolls it short, and that's brilliantly done from Larissa. Right in between Holtwick and Semmler. Both of them go to their knees. Neither of them get the ball. The German pairing just collapse. Good reactions And a fab finish from Juliana. 2 quick points. Brazil back on level terms. And straight away, Germany call the timeout. It's all bluff and bluster, isn't it, from Brazil? You just wonder, talk about a volatile relationship, but whether or not it's just to try and put the other team off. Germany would have thought they had this one in the bag. They got Brazil arguing, and then they come straight back. 2 points. Thank you very much. We're level. Game on. And Germany call the timeout. Again, Larissa having her say, and Juliana just listening and getting on with it. Line block signalled by Juliana. They're going to take on Semmler. And Semmler gets beaten by the net.
1 point Brazil.
Well, Juliana fancied her chances. She gave that one everything.
14-14.
But Semmler finds just the right angle to rebound it off the block and out of play. Good pick up. But there's nothing they can do about the transition play from Brazil. Holtwick in the right place, but couldn't absorb enough of the energy of the ball to stop it from going back over the net. Fell kindly for Larissa, who popped it up for Juliana to hit on 2. And Brazil now have moved in front in this second set, and they could be further in front here. That's not going to make it over. So 2 quick points for Brazil to draw level, and the timeout called by Germany, and then 2 quick points off the back of the timeout for Brazil to move ahead. It's a very ungainly swing from Semmler. Legs are splayed when she jumps. It's a little bit like she's trying to tread water. It's always dangerous to play hurry-up offense. The ball's not being set high, it's being set quickly. And that means Juliana was waiting in the right spot. Quick jump from her, bang, hands across the net, and Germany in trouble. The hurry-up offense is good if you can spread the block. In other words, set the ball quickly wide so that the block is chasing the ball laterally, not set it quick straight into the block. Well, Germany are pressing the self-destruct button here in this second set. At last, Holtwick finds the sand. And there is absolutely no love lost between those two teams. She drills that one down, and then as the teams crossed and come to the other side, not any recognition, any acknowledgement for either of them from each other. So Semmler with the serve. Juliana for match point. Does it. Holtwick was in the right place. She tried to play the ball back over, but didn't get the contact she needed. And it's now match point for Brazil.
And match point, Brazil.
Semmler to keep Germany in it, and she does, courtesy of the top of the net. First match point saved. Holtwick. Larissa chases Juliana for the match. And she does it. It's the pokey over the top of Semmler. Holtwick can only stand and stare as Brazil book their place in the final. Well, a comfortable win in the end, 21-18, 21-17. Germany gave as good as they got in the first half of the second set, and in fact went in front. But a couple of quick points from Brazil to get themselves back level, and then two more quick points off the back of the timeout that Germany called. And that pretty much set the tone for the rest of that set. Confirmation of the score for you, 21-18, 21-17. Juliana and Larissa are through to the gold medal match. Germany will have to contend with fighting for bronze. Here are the highlights from the match. Second semi-final from today. There's still three more matches to come. We'll have the women's bronze medal match and the women's gold medal match, followed by a men's quarter-final match. All that to come later, but for now though, from myself, Clayton Lucas, it's time to say goodbye.